Folks, welcome aboard Flight 907 nonstop service over to Atlanta from Salt Lake. We did this a long time ago live in the A321. I thought I'd do it again and see if we got a little bit better on the pilotage of this aircraft. We're going to go ahead. We're in the beautiful Phoenix airplane, the 321, and we have a cold and dark aircraft. We just showed up. It's a 7 o'clock push, so we got to get this airplane configured and ready to go. Without any further ado, just do me a favor, if you're new, just hit the subscribe button. Maybe you learned something, or maybe you could tell me what to do in this aircraft. I know a little bit, but not a lot. All right, so we're going to do a power up. All these procedures will be deltas, so we're going to go through this together. And I've got the new TCA Thrustmaster Airbus Captain package, as well as the side stick. So I've got a side stick set up, and I've got the throttles. I think we've got it all set and ready to go. All right, let's do this. First thing we're going to do is we got to get power to the aircraft. And if we go outside here, you can see beautiful livery by J Aviation. It's absolutely gorgeous. I would download it. It's beautiful. I actually flew in this aircraft a little bit ago. All right, we got the GPU cart, and we're going to go ahead and fire this thing up. First thing we're going to do is we're going to check the, before we even do anything, we're going to check the bat voltage. So we want to make sure it's above 25.5 volts, 25.5 volts, and they are. We got 27.1, 27.5, so we're looking good. And then we're going to go bat 1 and 2 push buttons. We're going to go ahead and throw them on. And I don't know if you can see them, but he's got to kind of squint. I don't know those lights yet, but just looking right here. All right, I'm going to push one of them on. There we go. I'm going to push the second one on. Okay, then we're on. You hear the click, click. We do have the external power, so you can see external veil light is on. So we're going to go ahead and it's on and illuminated. We're going to go ahead and push that. And let's get it going. It just has come online. It's going to go through its startup sequence and everything else. We'll skip the APU, but we'll do an APU test right now. So we'll do an APU and fire test. We'll check the test right now. We might not hear a bell just because the system's got a boot. So we'll get it booted and we'll go from there. It's starting up. You can see the airplane's coming in. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my external power while I'm doing this. Not the external power, but the nav logos. You can put it on 2 or 1. RAS OK, we've got that RS system. And again, we're going to go upstairs and check the APU test. I wonder if it works now. Yeah, good. And then we'll check 1 while we're here, and number 2. Now I wonder, is there like a full? Probably not. I was going to say, hopefully there was a full. So again, battery 1 in check. We checked the bat 1. Again, we got greater than 25.5 volts, so we're still good. We're 27.5 and 27.1. Okay, let's go ahead and do the ECAM settings. So we're just going to go over here. I hit the wrong button. Sorry, guys. And we're going to click electric. And we're just going to make sure that our TRs are looking good. And you can see above, bat 1 and 2, 27 volts each. So pretty good. If you want to do a test for a pre-flight battery test, you can check the voltage. It's greater than 25. You can charge the system if it was below, but we're not going to get into that. So we've got a good aircraft right now. All right. So let's get into the proper procedure now. Okay, folks, here we go. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to set our ADA routes. So I'm just going to push them over here, and we're going to turn. Since these are all first flight of the day, we're just going to swing them over to nav. We're going to wait a second. We're going to flip number 2 or 3. Wait a second. going to flip nav on there. And I'm going to drop down to the FMC. I'm going to figure out which button it is. There we go. And FMC and atmosphere ground downgrade. We'll just clear that. We'll clear that. We'll clear that. And right now, 20th February, 25th of March, 19th of March. That's good. And then we want to go to a status page. And we'll take a look at that here next. We'll go to the status page. So I'm just going to go STS here, and then let's just have a look. And you can see AP1 and 2, A throttle and op. That's auto throttle. It's going through its thing. We're just going to you can see the status there. We'll hit that. Looks pretty good. Everything in the status looks good as well. I was just looking, you got anti-skids and all brakes. You're just making sure everything's good. This is an interesting one. Landing gear's not up locked. It's down. Okay, weird. And I just put a new, throttle in, so I don't know if that's normal on this or not. Okay, so what we're going to do is enter the present position on the init page. So let's go down to the init page here, and we're just going to enter our present position. So you get from, to, and all that good stuff, which we're going to do about right now. We can see this IRS init. Yeah. So before we do that, we're going to come over to here, and we're just going to go to Phoenix. We're going to go to My Flight, and we're just going to import. Now, we're going to dismiss this time here because that's a long way. So our scheduled time of departure is going to be, we got a scheduled time of 7 a.m. That's local. So it's 14. I think it would be 17. How many hours? Or 6 hours. So 13 hours for 1300. I had it right. Okay, there you go. 55 minutes. That's all set and ready to go. So let's drop down here. I'm gonna change this because I normally have this for 9. That's gonna change a few things here before we go. All right, we're gonna do an init request. So I'm just gonna select init request, and it's gonna pull data from the ACARS system, or in this particular case, you can see, and we're gonna type our flight number in there. And it's just uplinked to and from city pairs. Want to make sure that's good to go. And the IRS init page. Let's check that. And you can see it's aligning. Lat longs look good. And we're going to do a line on RAF prompt. We'll select that, confirm align, select. And then I'll clear the message here. And that is it. Okay, and you can see they're all within pretty much all bang on right there out of Salt Lake. So that looks good. Good deal. Click return. We'll put in our flight number and all that good stuff. All right, folks, what we'll do next is I'm just going to go ahead and call for GSX. I want to see if they're hanging around. I don't know what's going on here, but we'll give it a second. GSX might not be working. Let's see if it works. Okay, folks, I just called for catering services. We're going to get the catering services in, and we'll get ready to go here. If you've, again, New to the channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, helps out a lot. We're going to cancel that. We're going to get some things done with the FMC right now, and we'll go ahead and do that. So once we call that, we got our AC status, that's done. The init A page, we're going to get that going right about now. So we got nav accuracy upgraded, GPS is primary, that's all good to go. And we're going to go to the pref page. Oh, excuse me. Init page, sorry. I'm trying to think where the heck it was. Two field from is good to go. Let's go ahead and this is called the init A page, and we have an alternate there. And flight number is going to be DAL Delta Airlines, and it's going to be 907 on the flight number. We'll go ahead and enter that. Cost index. Let's look at the paperwork. I think they give us 50 cost index. Pretty high. Let's see what we got for the cost index. I'm looking for the fuel, blah, 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 all the new good stuff. I'm looking at the flight plan here. And the cost index. Top climb, they give us 35,000, ISA of 0.2, one right. I would think that they would open the doors automatically. I'm just trying to verify. Yeah, okay, good. So, cost index. Where are you? There it is. Cost index of 50. Pretty high, actually. Cruise temp 35, excuse me, flight level 350. Now you're just going to go FL 350 and then slash temperature. And the temperature is the temp up in altitude. I'm using a different format than I'm used to. I'm using a Delta Airlines format, not the Southwest format that I'm used to. So we're going to drive to the temperature up at altitude here and see what we got. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay. It might not be in actual flight plan. It's probably in the winds settings. Kind of find hard to believe that they wouldn't have that up in the, in the normal areas to read. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I figured it was. It's 82. Anyway, 330 at 82 minus 2 ISA, which is funny. Well, what's that? ATA? I blew right by it. Oh my gosh. This is stupid. Where would it be? That's so dumb. You're telling me they don't give you the altitude? Gosh, the temperature. How are you supposed to do this? Come on, you guys, that's ridiculous. Taxi in. Whatever. I'm going to say negative 48 for now until we figure it out. Okay, so we're going to go 350, negative 48. Ground temperature, right now the ATIS is reporting we got weather coming in here at 6 degrees. So we're gonna go 6, throw that in there. Okay, so that's all set. That's the init A page. We got the cost index, we got the cruise, and the cruise temp value. We verified the uplink to from. We've got the ATIS ground temperature in there, and then the IRS init page is set. The 3 right IRS init page coming up. You can see that. We got lat and longs, just make sure they're good to go. They are good. And that's full alignment is done. We'll click return, and we'll select the wind prompt, which we already did. And we've already requested those winds. You just hit wind request, and then it'll dump it in for you. That's what we want there. All right, the init B page is coming up next. We're going to go ahead and click the init page once again over here. There we go. We're going to start putting in the rest of this. We're going to verify the taxi fuel. I'm going to make sure I can get it on my paperwork here. We've got taxi fuel. Taxi's giving us about 590 pounds to taxi, so it's 0.4. We're going to go 0.6 on that just to be good. And we'll stand by on that time check. Right now, I'm looking at the clock. I was trying to get a bead on the clock here. 0224. Let's go ahead and board them. So I'm going to call GSX for boarding. And this thing. There we go. I'm going to request boarding services. There we go. And so ground services, I think I've got this thing set with the GSX. Yeah, you can see how all that's checked and ready to go. And actually, I'm going to start getting the fuel over. So we'll call for ground as well. And I'm going to call them for fueling. Request refueling, please. Okay. Refueling's requested. All that's coming up. And let's do that. Okay, alternate fuel. We do have an alternate today, and it's 34.42. So our alternate fuel is 34.42, and that's going to be put in. So right there, you're going to put that fuel in 3.4. No, we won't want to do that. Do you want to board the crew? Nobody, we're on the aircraft. All right, so I'm going to go 3.4, and we'll put that right there. And then final time, you can see we're going to do slant 0045, and we'll just dump it right into there. Good. Our zero fuel weight right now, estimating our ramp weight, we're looking at zero fuel, 144.6. And I'll dump that there. Block fuel is coming in. Let's see, we're blocking out with 33.7. So 33.7 on the block. We'll go ahead and throw that in there. Looks like the passengers started loading. That's good. We're going to get some stuff going, and let's just see if that's what's happening. I don't know. Okay, we're planned. Waiting for your open aft cargo door. Now there's gotta be, with the GSX thing, it definitely throws me. Okay, well, apparently I'm gonna have to open the doors. So we're gonna open the forward cargo, we're gonna open the aft cargo. I don't know why the jetway is pulling away, but I kind of want that back. There we are. Click load the aircraft. I'm going to put GSX boarding and refueling. Here we are. Okay, I don't know. I think I should have hit load aircraft first. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We got to see what's loaded. Okay, we got boarded 7. I just want to make sure that we're boarding. We are. So good. We got all that done. We'll come down here now. Okay, 0 fuel weight CG. You can't do anything yet because your CG is going to change. Your max 0 fuel weight. You can see it's going to go up. So, and these figures are live, so it's one of those things we just kind of have to wait on a little bit. 28.9. We'll hold off on that, I think, because we don't know. I mean, verify uplink 0 fuel, verify block fuel. We've done that. Pref takeoff page is coming. Now you can see it just going up, right? So you don't want to mess with that. I mean, max 0 fuel, you could probably put that in there. 20.9, we might have to change that a little later, but let's see here. /28.9er. We'll dump that in there. Are we getting gas? I don't know. Look at our fuel panel really quick, just see what we got. Definitely not. Please don't load fuel till the fuel truck arrives. Okay, so we've called the fuel truck. They should be coming. Waiting for them. They're probably on their way. All right. I see it. Okay, fuel truck's on its way. We're going to go ahead and get this done. And so our trip wind, we'll put that in there. I got winds 30 at 82. So I'm just going to put 82 knots right there for, oh, sorry. I don't think that'll work. No. Clear. Okay. Pref takeoff. Let's do that now. We're going to go to the pref, and you can have your takeoff right there. Just kind of wait. We're going to consider modifying the altitudes if we have to. I can do the NDAP 1, which is 15.3 for 1,000 AFE. Yeah, that's kind of what we got. So we're looking at 6,000 here. Let's go 6,006, 6 and 6. So I'm going to go 6,000. That puts us about 1,000 feet above the airport, you know, the NDAP 2 essentially, or we can do, yeah, that's good. Go 6,500 to 8,000, but that's fine. Okay, that's our takeoff page. We've done that. Pref descent page. We're going to go to the next page. Let's climb. That looks good. It's all managed. We're going to go to cruise, managed, and DES. Again, CI controls are good. All right, let's go to the flight plan and we'll get that going. Okay, first of all, flight plan, we're going to come in Salt Lake. Let's go ahead and call for the clearance. Let's go get it. I'm going to go ahead and tune to the frequency and we'll give them a call. Salt Lake clearance, Delta 907, looking for IFR over to Atlanta.
Delta 907, Salt Lake City clearance, cleared to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta I Airport. Rugged tree departure with the Purdy transition, then as filed. Climb by SID. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 4343.
4343.
Cleared to Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta I Airport. Rugged tree departure with the Purdy transition, then as filed. Climb by SID. Departure frequency 128.1. Squawk 4343. Delta 907.
Okay, Salt Lake right now.
Delta 907, read back correct. Contact ground 123.775 when ready for push or start.
No, we're not going to.
We'll contact ground 123.775 when ready for pushback or engine start. Delta 907.
I love how they have us to 3-4 left and 3-4 right. They're not landing 3-4s. We're taking off 190 at 7. I'm not going to take a tailwind. So we're taking off 16 left or 16 right. Normally what they would probably do is bring us up to 16 left because it's a better turn, so it gets more altitude that way. So we'll plan 16 left and we're going to do the Rugged 3 departure with the, let's see what we got on our flight plan with the Purdy, Rugged 3 Purdy transition. So with that, there's Purdy transition, so we'll enter that in there. So we've got Rugged 16 left, Rugged 3 Purdy. We'll insert that. And then we got Disco, that's fine. And then we're going to go to the Atlanta, and we're going to do whatever we can right now. Again, things might change, but we're doing the Chapter 1, and they're landing Atlanta, estimating on the TAF report. So we'll look at the TAF and we'll see what the TAF report has to say here. 200, we're looking at 5 miles overcast. 270, 10 gusting 20. So we're probably going to be landing those the 26. Now we're looking at the Chapter 1, and there's a lot of gotchas here that in Atlanta that you got to make sure you know what's going on with. And one of those things is going to be pulling the Atlanta arrivals. Let's go ahead and take a look at Chapter 1. And I want to show you just kind of the gotchas in here, because there are some gotchas. Okay, so we're coming into Chapter 1, 13,000. We've got an altitude restriction. Again, we're landing the 2s. So it says turbojets air for aircraft only, landing east. Select runway 18 left, landing west, 26 right. So there's one of the gotchas, landing 9 right, landing 9 left, babe transitions. Okay, so we're looking at 26 right for the arrival. And then we're looking at an altitude restriction at Chipper at 13,000 feet. So let's go ahead and change that up. We're going to go 26 right. You can see it right there, 26 right. We'll put the ILS in there. And we're going to do the Chipper 1 with the, what did we say the transition was? Stand by on the transition. We're looking at the Chipper 1, looks like Matthew transition right there. MView transition. We'll go ahead and enter that. And we got a discontinuity here. That's fine. We're going to go up. Up is down. It's kind of weird. Very interesting to this. There you go. There's Chipper, and I'm just looking for top of descent. We're looking for some altitude restrictions. And the one altitude restriction is we landing east, expect to cross at 250 knots. but we're not landing east, so that doesn't apply to us. There's an altitude restriction over chipper, but it doesn't apply at this point. Still says 13,250 on the speed, but that's landing east, so we're good on the speed. We have 13,000 a hit, but our speed is going to be fine. All right, and then we'll go to the flight plan again. I'm just going to take a look. You've got manual, you've got discontinuity to Bubby. That's probably our departure. The Rugged 3, we're going to get, basically runway heading, then we'll turn around and go to direct Buddy or Bubby, and then we'll go from there. All right, all that's good. Flight plans entered. Let's see how that was done. I guess we're going to go second flight plan. I always forget this in this aircraft. Yeah, the Boeing 737 does not have this. So you can go to your flight plan and then second flight plan, and what we're just going to do is just copy the active. We're not going to do anything. We're just going to leave it like that. All right, and then you would change anything if you had to. And then we're going to go right to the pre-flight testing. And so I'm going to get that done right now. Oxymask coming. I'm just going to check a few things. I'm surprised that's not modeled. That isn't modeled. That's interesting. And then, so we check our oxymasks, make sure it's good to go. Our fuel on board is 33.7, so we got the gas. They're done putting the fuel in. Nice, plenty of gas. We'll go ahead and close those doors here in a minute. Our battery is done. APU fire warning. We've done that already. Engine fire test. We've done it. CVR test. I'm just gonna make sure I go way back up here. All that's good. Reading. I wonder. Oh yeah, that's cool. Pretty neat. I might just turn that on a little bit and see if that actually floods us out a little bit. All right, coming across, all three of those are good. That's good. That's good. This is an interesting airplane. It's just all lights off. It's so easy. Emers, you want to check that? Everything's off here. That's good. That's good. That's good. Crew supply is coming on. And then that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. There. Check our lighting. All right, we've got those off. Beacons off. That's off. Those are off. Taxi's off. Overhead, I'm just going to kind of put it right there. Seatbelts coming on. No smoking is coming on. And then, of course, the emergency. Arm light is armed. Emer. Dome light, we can throw that on. Ooh, that's cool. We'll keep it off for now. We'll go ahead and dim the annunciator lights. This is on auto. Lights are off. We got, obviously, the external power is on. I'm going to go ahead and crank down just the cockpit, just a touch. Forward cabin.
FedEx 1430 Heavy, welcome to Salt Lake City Airport. No suitable gates for your aircraft exist at this airport. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
It's hilarious. Gotta love that. Cabin pressure, we just checked it. Anti-ice panels, all good. Air conditioning panel, we've already set that. You should have your bleeds push button on, and they are. What do we got on time? I'm going to check our time here. We're looking at 40, so we'll turn on the APU here in just a minute. I don't know what's going on with the stupid gear as well. I can't tell you what that is. I don't know why landing gear not up locked. Okay, maybe it's a thing. Oh, I think I know what I need to do. I got a setting issue I've got to take care of really quick. Okay, sorry, I had an issue with I control speed brake disagree. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Let me see something really quick. So that shouldn't do anything. This is weird. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I'm just trying to verify a couple things here, folks. Okay, I shut everything off on this Bravo, but I can't get anything to work on my MCP, so for the Bravo. So anyway, let's just leave it as it is. It's good to go otherwise. All right. Well, it's a bummer. But okay, back to there. Lights are out on top. Everything else looks good. Electrical panel looks good. The only thing we got to do is get the fuel done. We'll turn on the. We'll turn all of our pumps on now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and fire the EPU. We'll do cargo smoke test over here. Good. And then we'll start the master switch on. And we'll give it a second and we'll get that going. Okay, let's go ahead and hit start. Get the EPU started. Landing gear not blocked. It's such an interesting thing. Okay, aircraft is loaded, so that's good. We'll go ahead and click that. We'll go right back to weight and balance, and then we'll get that going here in just a little bit. We've got weight and balance right there. It looks like 26.0 gross weight, 178.4. And we'll take a look at the ground. We've got these two doors coming closed. We'll get those closed. We're getting the aircraft online.
UPS 844 Heavy. Welcome to Salt Lake City. No suitable gates for your aircraft exist at this airport. Taxi at pilot's discretion.
I love it. It's because I have I kind of ported one of the PAC-SIM scenery into 24 just to see if it worked. And it does work, but the problem is, I mean, obviously they don't know that. All right, what am I doing? I'm going up here. We're going to go ahead and select departure. And we're going to go Salt Lake International Airport. That is correct. We're going to go 16 left. This gives us better runway surfaces dry, flap configurations. Just say optimal. Force toga, no. Anti-ice off. Packs are on. Takeoff in pounds. We'll go ahead and sync that. There you go. Weather conditions. We'll sync the live weather. There we are. And then we'll click calculate. I've got 163 flap. We've got slat retracted 211, clean speed 236. We're going to do flaps 2 up 6, flex temp 40. All right, that looks good. And we're going to go ahead and click calculate. And then we're going to send to the MCDU. Let's go ahead and check it. Coming on down here, you can see that. We're going to actually click this. We've got that, click that, click that, click. Next phase. Okay, all that looks good, you guys. From what I could tell. Hydraulic panel's good. We're going to go ahead and get ready to go here. We'll get the cockpit door closed. We'll throw the seats, and then we'll get the aircraft on the bus. I think it is. Yep. So we've got available light on, and let's go to the in order to check that, just go to the electric page, and you can see the APU gen. It's not hooked up yet, but it will switch over when we go. I don't know if, yeah, see, it's automatic, so it's one of those things where you're just going to have to disconnect and hope the heck it actually works. So we're going to do that now. Let's go ahead and put the Phoenix. We'll go ground services. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the PCA. That's for the air. And then I'm going to call GSX here, and we'll have hook up to the aircraft. We'll have us get it towed here. Prepare for push and start. No, we don't need any de-icing.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
All right, I'm going to run the checklist here. Everything else looks good. Standby instruments are good.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Frontier Flight 1216 at Gate Bravo Tree, request pushback.
All right, that looks
Frontier
good.
Flight 1216, Salt Lake City ground. Pushback approved. Face west.
All right, terrain is on my side.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Frontier Flight 1216.
Skids are on. Brake fans off. We don't need them.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Auto brakes coming to max. We won't need that until we get the engine started. My gosh, why is this guy barking all the time? Landing gear panel checked. We have 3 green illuminated. I don't know why we got this issue. We'll have to see what's going on. Anti-skids and nose wheel
Locking
steering
gear.
on. Got first officer terrain. We can throw that on as well. Landing gear is down. You can see if I throw that, nothing works. So that's, I don't know how that's going to be. We'll see. Let's check the pressure. I mean, on the A350, it's down here, but the pressure is right here. I want to make sure we've got green pressures. Nope. We have acupressure in the green, but brake pressure is not, which is fine. Auto brake panel checked. Anti-skids, we did that. We checked that.
Delta 2153 at gate Alpha 11, request pushback and engine
Okay,
start.
park brake set, clock is good.
Delta
Clocks
2153,
are set.
Salt Lake City ground. Pushback and engine start approved.
Thrust
Face
letters
west.
are idle. Floods.
Pushback and engine start
set.
approved. Face west, Delta
Transponders
2153.
cannot. I'm going to go to the nose to the left on this one. But before we do that, we've got to...
Frontier Flight 1216, request taxi to be active.
Alright. Just going to come over here.
Frontier Flight 1216, runway 34 left taxi
What did I
via
say,
3
43,
Whiskey,
43?
Charlie, 2 November, Alpha 1.
Runway 34 left
43,
taxi via 3
43,
Whiskey,
and we're gonna
Charlie,
do
2
above
November, Alpha 1, Frontier
TARA.
Flight 1216.
And we're going to go auto, and we should be reporting now. Alright, let me run the
Delta
checklist.
675,
Let's go.
gate Alpha 27, request pushback and engine start.
Delta 675,
Okay, so if
Salt
you
Lake
want
City
bleed
ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
We're going to go ahead and remove the GPU.
Pushback approved. Face west, Delta
Those
675.
trucks are out. And we're going to come over here
Release
and throw
parking
the
brake.
beacon. Nice. Nope. Let me call.
Release parking brake.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second. Jeez, they're a pain in the neck. Alright, pre-flight exterior is checked. Circuit breakers are checked. Recorders on. Passenger signs
Release
are
parking
on.
brake.
EMR lights are armed. Altimeters are checked. Flight and nav instruments set. ECAM status. We checked it. Radar off. Parking brake is set. Radios and transponder is
Release
set.
parking brake.
Windows are closed. Oxygen mask checked. Flight attendant briefing is complete. Departure briefing is complete. Logbook QRH is on board. Fuel is good to go and
Release
on.
parking brakes.
And we've got 33.7 on the
Delta
gas.
2153, request taxi to the active.
All right, pushback doors are closed.
Release
Flight deck
parking
doors
brake.
closed and locked.
Delta 2153,
Transponders coming on
runway
auto. Let's
34
go ahead
left
and close
taxi
that
by
back
2
door.
Sierra, Alpha 1.
If it's not, yeah, it's closed.
Release parking brake.
Runway 34
chill
left
out, man.
taxi via 2 Sierra,
Hush.
Alpha 1, Delta 2153.
Release
Salt Lake
parking
ground,
brake.
Delta 907 push.
Delta 907,
Release parking
Salt Lake
brake.
City ground. Pushback and engine start approved.
Yeah, push
Face
and
west.
start are approved.
Pushback and engine start
We're
approved.
not going to face west.
Delta
Release parking
907.
Okay, brakes coming off. That's all
Commencing
you.
push.
Delta
Due to icing
675,
conditions,
request
please
taxi.
stand by until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, we're not going to do that.
Delta
Whatever.
675, runway 34 left taxi
Okay,
by
folks,
2
on the
Sierra,
push.
Alpha 1.
I'm going to go to nav.
Runway 34 left taxi via 2 Sierra, Alpha 1, Delta 675.
Drill down with restraints. All right, let's go ahead and start. So we're going to go ahead and select the ignition start here, and we're going to wait for the logic to change, and I'm going to go ahead and throw this to engine, and we're going to go ahead and fire number 1 first. Ready? Engine number 1 coming up. Let's see if it works.
Frontier Flight 1216, contact Salt Lake City Tower 132.65. Have a good evening.
Contact Tower 132.65,
looking at the N2
Frontier
here.
Flight 1216.
22. Oh shoot, I blocked this guy up. That's not good. He might taxi through us. Got a light. Yeah, he's gonna taxi right through us. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing. 737, dude. That's pretty funny. That's hilarious. He's gonna keep rolling forward.
Brakes.
So now I can't move. Right, park brake set.
Unlocking gear.
Alright, we got available right there, so we can start number 2. I'm actually going to start both engines right now. Ready? Here we go. Number 2's coming up.
Delta 2153, contact Salt Lake City Tower 132.65.
Over to Tower 132.65, Delta 2153.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright. I don't know what he wants me to do. This guy pushed right into me, which was awesome. Okay. I'm going to go normal. I'm going to set the coming upstairs here. So let's just do this in methodical order here. We're going to go APU bleed off. We're going to go ahead and shut the, yes, we're going to go ahead and shut this off now. Bang. We're going to go ahead and throw the nose light to taxi. I'm going to set flaps to 2. 1, 2 notches. Why doesn't it? Okay, that's weird. Anyway, there's flaps 2. Alright, here we go. Flight control check.
Can assist you with life jackets for children. Your tray table must now be stowed.
I gotta check something, the timing. It seems like it should be getting lighter out there. I don't think it is. So, let me see. We pushed it 7. So what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. Okay, we're good. Alright. After start yellow pumps as required. We're going to keep it on. Engine anti-ice is off. ECAM status. I'm going to check the ECAMs. Just go to stats page. And I'll get out of the way here. Okay,
Delta 1237, Gate Alpha 35, request pushback.
Hydraulics looking good. Fuel looking good.
Delta 1237, Salt Lake City ground. Pushback approved. Face east.
On the trim.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face east. Delta 1237.
Okay, this trim should work. I don't know why it's not, so stand by. I've got an issue with the yoke, so give me a second. So I have the yoke here that's still giving me problems.
Alpha
right,
1,
so
Delta 907.
We've got taxi. We're good to go. We're going to go ahead and bring him up. Oh, these thrust levers are really sensitive. Get this puppy to roll. We'll just roll right over this guy. He seems like he doesn't care anyway. Alright folks, we're heading out. Yeah, I do realize that we are taking off 1-6 left and they're all taking off.
Delta 1237, contact Salt Lake City Tower 119.05.
This is pretty stupid because that's not how
Contact
it is.
Tower 119.05.
So one thing
Delta 1237.
I don't like is the, you know, with the ATC, beyond ATC, it's, alright, we got calibrate null zones, flight controls, left side 6 fault, calibrate null zones. We're going to do our flight control check. Looks good. And that looks good. Doesn't take a lot of thrust. With this new throttle, I want to tighten it up. Okay, I've got to clear that. So there's a way to calibrate it on here, which I'm gonna do. I won't let you guys see it. I'll just calibrate the stick here. And the thrust levers, my gosh, are sensitive. So I'm gonna do that now. I'm gonna calibrate all that stuff. We'll clear this master caution. And we'll go from there.
Traffic.
Really? Not even flying. Yeah, we're gonna go opposite that way. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm gonna calibrate some stuff. All right, folks, we're back. Sorry, we had to calibrate some stuff. This throttle is just so sensitive.
Southwest 378. Contact Salt Lake City Tower 132.65.
Over to Tower 132.65, Southwest 378.
This flight control thing, I hate. I don't understand. So weird. Alright, we're heading up to our runway. I'm just going to tap it down there a little bit. So I can't find a good happy spot. Now let's clear that master caution. I wonder if I could put some sensitivity into the side stick, because that would help. You know, maybe we can do that. I don't want it to be that sensitive. So I'm burning all this fuel. Sweet looking airplane. Going to be number 1 for departure 2. Okay, let me go ahead down here this flight plan. Let's see, that's all it takes. It's not much. This whole gear up lock thing, I don't know. We'll find out. Get in the air, right? See what's going on. Like I said, I put a new. I'm testing it out. Really, it's my my flight controls. I don't know how they're gonna work, so we'll see how it goes. I still want to calibrate the sensitivity on the side stick, so let me see if I could. I don't know if that's going to jack it up. It did with the thrust levers. I tried to do the sensitivity and it just did not like it. So I'm going to try to get the Flight control surfaces. We're going to go primaries. Rudder. I've got that. Wait a minute. Okay, this has got to go because I have a rudder. So I'm going to delete that. And then the axis, I'm just going to try to get this down a little bit. The sensitivity, I want to drop down to about 32. 32. That's dead on right there on that one. And then let's go to the other one here. We'll go 32, 32. And then we'll do that on the climb too. 32, and if it's too sensitive, then it's not sensitive enough. We'll keep cranking it down until we can get it. All right, so where are the elevators? Aileron, and elevator access done. Okay. See, I could just tap that throttle and it's like, boom. That gives you 50. All right, let's call them. Salt Lake Tower, Delta 907, ready to go.
Salt Lake City ground Delta 907. Contact tower when at runway hold point.
Well, we're there.
Southwest 1935, Gate Bravo 17, request pushback and engine start.
Southwest 1935, Salt Lake City ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face west.
Okay, here we go.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west, Southwest 1935.
Coming over here, I'm going to go engine, and I'm going to click takeoff config. All right. So we have runway position set, flaps are set to, takeoff memos all green, brake temps are checked except for the max speed thing. TCAS is on, TARA engine mode selects. We've got that. Tentative notification is complete. Let's go. Salt Lake City Tower, Delta 30907, ready to go.
Salt Lake City ground Delta 907.
What?
Contact tower when at runway hold point.
Gosh, that's what I thought. Okay, fine. We'll contact the tower. I don't know why we're Salt Lake Tower, Delta 907, ready to go.
Delta 907, you are nowhere near 3-4 left. Why in the world are you asking for departure clearance?
Roger that. Delta 907.
Because the winds are favoring the south and they're landing in real life that way. I don't know. I'm just guessing. See, this is what I hate about this. This thing I do not like. Watch this. Salt Lake Tower, Delta 907. You're taking off in a tailwind. The wind is 200 at 7 knots. In real life, they're taking off 16 to the south.
Wind 200 at 7.
That is correct. That would favor 16.
Salt Lake City Tower, Delta 907. Go ahead.
You're departing us in a tailwind. I would like a headwind. I would like runway 16 left.
Delta 907, you are nowhere near 3-4 left. Why in the world are you asking for departure clearance?
Roger that. Delta 907.
Beyond ATC developers, listen up. This is the only thing I hate about this program. It's a tailwind. I should be taking off in a headwind. So I don't know if you tap into D-ATIS, but you need to figure this out. We're going. Let's get the heck out of here. Well, let's go. Okay, let's arm the speed brake. Put that in your pipe and smoke it, AI. They can't even understand what I just
busy
said.
right now. Please get back to me later.
Yeah, so am I. Clear the runway. All right, 1-6 left. Here we go. This is what I, can't stand about this stupid program is that this is the only thing I hate. Clearly, we're all departing real life to the south. Just morons. All right, we're lined up. 1-6 left. Here we go. All right, now what? Come on, man. I don't know what's going on with these stupid things. This flight control side stick fault issue. I have no idea what that is. I'm just going to cancel and we're going. All right, let's bring him up to 50. Hold them right there. Okay, here we go. And we're up. I grabbed my yoke. It's hilarious. I'm so used to a yoke.
Delta Niner 07, immediately. Immediately stop your takeoff roll.
No.
You do not have takeoff clearance.
Don't care. I don't
Roger that. Delta Niner 07.
It's all right. We're rolling. Clear it. Clear traffic. Piece of crap. All right, looking good here. There's V1. All right, I'll rotate. Let's see how sensitive the stick is. All right, here we go. Positive rate gear coming up. Landing gear not down. Alright, you gotta cancel that. My hands are full right now, so cancel the stupid warning. Thank you.
Southwest 1935, ready to go. Runway 34 left.
Nice.
Southwest 1935, Salt Lake City Tower. Wind 200 at 7. Fly runway heading. Runway 34 left. Cleared for takeoff.
Okay.
Fly runway heading. Runway 34 left. Cleared for takeoff. Southwest 1935.
I didn't clear anything. I didn't put my lights on. Nothing. That's because she made me mad. Alright, lights are on now. We're gonna go direct to Buddy. Buddy. This is nice. So we're gonna go direct to. Okay, here we go. Flaps 1. I'll level off right there. We're gonna keep on the climb. We gotta get through. Okay, we got a level climb, but I'm gonna go ahead and change this to direct. Buddy. Insert. Here we go. And go ahead and we'll fly that. We'll open it up. And autopilot is on. We're going to climb mode. And then we're going to go ahead there, there, and there. We'll see if we can get going. Autopilot's on. We're going to go ahead and arm this, disarm that. Waiting for the, I always forget that to push the climb back. Remember, we're going to keep those slats out for a bit until we can get
Southwest 1935. Contact Salt Lake City departure. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'll contact departure.
Contact Salt Lake City departure. Southwest 1935.
That's what we're going to call as departure right now. Departure. Here we go.
Delta Niner 0.
Shut up. Departure Delta 907, climbing through 9.4 for 12.
Delta 907, Salt Lake City departure. Radar contact. Clear direct bubby. Resume the rugged tree.
Yeah, direct bubby, we'll resume it.
Clear direct bubby.
Okay,
Resume
slats
the
are
rugged
up.
tree. Delta 907.
Beautiful, huh? Alright, we're coming through 10.4. We need to hit 12,000 for the rugged 3 before we make that turn over to the mountains. We've got to clear it. So, buddy's 11,000. Definitely want to hit that. I can open the speed actually up. I do this again. Stupid speed. I want to manage the speed myself. Alright, see, it's... so what I'm trying to do is maintain that 260 because, or, you know, maybe even go 270. That's going to help us climb right through this thing to get us higher. See, we're through 11,000 now, so we're anything at plus 11, we're good. I might need to put on my, I wonder where the engine anti-ace is. Let's see what's got here. That's, no. I was thinking smart, but I don't know if it's that smart. Okay, no smoking's there. There it is. Engine anti-ice. We should put those two on. We're pretty much through it now, but you can see because of the climb I put in there, how that just helped. That helped to climb up. Good fun. All right, let's do an after takeoff check. Pretty much through those clouds. I'm going to turn off the engine anti-ice. Bang. And then we'll resume the climb here. We're in a thrust climb, so I've got the, like I said, the speed.
Southwest 378. Contact Salt Lake Center 125.575.
Purdy. Yeah, I'm feeling good.
Center on 125.575. Southwest 378.
Pretty much climbing over this cloud layer, so nice and smooth. Beautiful day out there. All right, after takeoff, flaps are up, landing gears up, APU is off. Climbs altimeter, we'll do that at 18,000. I do want to get a picture of this though. That's pretty right there. It's beautiful out here. Last time we did this, I couldn't clear the mountains. You guys remember that? Took up to the north and I was like, what the heck? Let me just get a good picture of this. It's pretty cool. There we go. Nice shot right there. Alright, let's go back in. We'll open up the speed and we'll let it hold again. So now you got a dot, so it's going to manage speed. And then we're through 18,000. There it goes standard. And then we got standard, and then I'll shut the lights off. Okay, keep that on. This is coming off and retracting. That's off. Wings are off. That's good. Everything else is good. All right, that's it. 60 miles. So we got thrust, climb, nav, and then AP flight director 1 and 2, auto throttle. So all that's good to go. All right, folks, I'm just going to go ahead and check the weather here in terms of turbulence and all that good stuff. Let's just kind of see where we're going to end up with it. And I won't, obviously you're not going to watch this whole thing, but first flight with this, I think the thrust is just a little sensitive. A little on the sensitive side, so I have to do something about that. I'm going to go ahead and paste my, see what kind of weather we're going to have. Come on.
Delta 907, contact Salt Lake Center 135.775.
135.77, see ya.
Center on 135.775, Delta 907.
Looks like we're going to go up to 350.
Salt Lake Center, Delta 907, climbing via rugged tree, flight level 204.
Delta 907, Salt Lake Center, good morning. Climb maintain flight level 350.
350, the climb. Let's see, this
Climb maintain flight level 350, Delta 907.
350 set. Okay, so just really quick, we've just taken off. We're heading to Purdy, and then we've got Hertz coming up. We're looking at, let's see the vertical profile here, what that looks like. Maybe not. So, see what the turbulence profile is. A 350. Looking at number 5, we're going to get a little bit bumps. Going to be a little bit bumpy over CHE, and then it's going to smooth out nice, and then really it's going to be bumpier. 350, nothing, we can't get around it from 30 to 35 right over you know, the Rockies here, so I'll have to kind of watch out for that, but that's kind of what I see on my yeah, that's what we're doing. We're getting right over that. We're going up to 350. It's just to the north of us. It's going to be pretty bumpy. Let's see if you want to change my layer. Go from radar just to turbulence.
Delta 907, contact Salt Lake Center 119.905. Take care.
119.905.
Contact Salt Lake Center 119.905, Delta 907.
We're in the area of pretty bumpy stuff. It looks
Salt
like
Lake Center, Delta 907.
Light to
climbing
moderate.
via rugged tree, flight level 235.
It's going to be right above CHE. It's going to be the really nasty part of this thing, and that's going to
Delta
be
907, Salt Lake Center. Delta 907,
right,
contact Salt Lake Center 127.7. Center on 127.7, Delta 907.
So
Take
we
care.
got Hayden coming up. That's going to be
Salt Lake Center,
bumpy.
Delta 907, climbing via rugged tree, flight level 241.
We got Purdy and then CHE. So if we come down here,
Delta 907, Salt Lake Center,
TC
copy.
comms or Navrad, you can see EV or EVW. You can put it in number 2 if we wanted to, just force that, which I'm going to do. 115.6. I'm just going to throw that up there. You can see that's the CHE. And if you wanted to, I think there's a way we could put that VOR up there. Here we go. That's VOR. That's pretty cool. If I wanted to do, oh no, the VOR 1 I want. VOR 2. There we go. VOR 1. See, that's neat. Penetration speed, I got to get that on this aircraft. Let me figure out what that is, and then we got a company message that we got to look at. I think we could do that here. I think there's actually we're going to do messages, comm messages, data link. Whew. The 2 load sheets in there. Okay. Really quick, I'm going to look at our pressurization. So let's go ahead and check that. So I'm going to go conditioning. That looks good. And then our delta P. Good. 6.2 right now. Everything's working the way it needs to. We'll go to status page. We're clear. And then we're going to go to, that's what I want. And then I'm going to look for the turbulent pen speed. It's going to make sure we're staying below that. It's kind of important. It's going to be under the limitations of the airplane. All right, folks. Well, I'm going to go ahead and slow down turbulent penetration speed. So we're through this. Once we're pretty much east of this, we should be pretty smooth. All right, guys. I'll talk to you on the way down. Folks from the flight deck, welcome aboard. I'll do that again. Folks from the flight deck, we've started our descent down in the Atlanta area. Weather in Atlanta right now, we have just gusty winds here, about 25 miles an hour, 10 miles.
Envoy 3774, contact Atlanta Center 132.05. Contact Atlanta Center 132.05, Envoy 3774.
Okay, the weather in Atlanta, just 66 degrees, a few clouds there, 25,000, just a little bit gusty. It's going to be bumpy on the way down. We'll have you on the ground here in about 15 to 20 minutes, about 26 right from the Atlanta to Atlanta. Thanks for watching the FSBN channel. Make sure you do subscribe to us. We really appreciate your patronage. Once again, sit back, relax, enjoy the landing into Atlanta. Thanks. All right, folks, here we are. We're headed down to Chipper. We'll expect 13,000 over Chipper. The airplane's in managed mode. We had some turbulence that we had to deal with throughout, pretty much over the Rockies hit us, and that was a long way away. Probably, we were in moderate turbulence the whole way. We couldn't get out of it. We could climb or descend through it. It was just one of those nasty transcon flights. It just gets you, So it was probably continuous moderate, the whole way in. So at least until we were way east of the Rockies. So there's that we had to deal with. All right, I'm going to throw the taxi light to take off
Delta
position.
907, contact Atlanta approach 127.9er.
I'll throw our landing lights on here right now.
Contact Atlanta approach, Delta 907. See you.
Okay. Atlanta approach. They're going to want us to take 28,
Delta
which is hilarious because
13,600 with the numbers.
These idiots saying they're not
Delta
landing.
907, Atlanta approach, altimeter 2986, expect the visual approach runway 28.
It's not going to be 28. You guys are idiots.
Altimeter 2986, expect the visual approach runway 28, Delta 907.
It's not going to happen. I'm expecting another descent here shortly. We just hit merge, and then we got hit row. We go to rain. Probably going to 5,000 feet there. All right, descent checklist coming up. Altimeters are cross-checked. 2986. Minimums are set, checked. Landing data, we've already done it. Approach briefing is complete. Auto brakes. All right, it's going to be on medium on the auto brake here today. We're not going to go crazy. Seatbelt signs are on. Descent checklist is complete. We'll bring it down to 5,000. I just expect 13,000, but expecting it to send down to 5 every time. Yeah, it's gonna be bumpy. Matter of fact, I need to bring it down below 300 knots. See now, if you don't pull it, which is weird, it's because it still goes in managed mode. And I want to maintain about 300 knots here, a little bit less than that. Just turbulent penetration speed is 300. So you can see this managed deal.
Delta 426, airport is at your 12 o'clock, 15 miles.
300.
Report the field in sight.
But that's not what
Field in sight, Delta 426.
That's 0.76. Out of that.
Delta 426, cleared visual approach runway 28.
Cleared visual approach 28, Delta 426.
We hit rain, we'll drop down. Go down to 6,000, 5,000. So I'm going to set that now to 5,000. Set. And it's not in the managed mode, so I reckon if I pull that, it will start descending. Almost slow to 250. I just got to keep, I don't want to be going way slow. So, the airplane managed was what I was saying at 200 or 10,000.
Delta 426, contact Atlanta Tower 119.5. Have a good day.
Contact Tower 119.5, Delta 426.
I already verified the ILS, so do visual approach. I'll keep it on auto throttle. So we get auto throttle managed, and then we'll just kind of take over 1,000. I'll let the auto throttle run it. And then just because I gotta tighten these throttles, they're so loose. I wish I could run that, I can't. Alright, I'm gonna try to do a managed mode here. So I'm gonna come in and lighten this up. See if I can't have it descend now. Yeah, see it's gonna go 1,000 feet a minute, which is perfect until we hit rain, and then I'll decrease the speed to 250. Should be in good shape. Now let's slow down to 280. See, that's nice where you can throw in a managed mode where you're correcting the speed. Starting to slow the aircraft down a little bit, trying to get it down to manage. I'm just looking at the modes. You've got speed, descent, and nav. We want to get down to 5,000 feet. Just slow it down to 280, which is some good speed here. Landing lights are on. Company policy. 10, no 18, those lights are on. We're not too far out, so bamboo seems like a good waypoint. I gotta clear up that discontinuity. Scoop the legs, flight plan. Got bamboo. I'm just going to leave that out. I'll clear that. So after Kiwi, maybe I just don't have to
Delta 907, you're off course.
Shut up.
Cleared direct fogger.
How about
Resume
no?
home navigation.
No, I'm not. Kiss my behind.
Affirm. Clear direct fogger. Resume own navigation. Delta 907.
Like, this thing's so annoying. I would like to speed up now, let the airplane do its thing, and then we get to, they want me to go 2.8. There's no way. These people, these devs need to get their crap together, man. I appreciate what they're doing. But man, just pull the ATIS for crying out loud. It's like the protocols for the AI is so stupid. It's like they're not landing this runway. They're not landing the 2.8s. Matter of fact, they got it closed. And it's just, that kind of crap drives me crazy. We got to get down 3 to 5,000 per herd per night. So, that little, I think that little squiggly arrow is going to where we're going to meet that 5,000 mark. Now the airplane's nice. Hitting 250, we can give it some brake. That might help it out. I don't want to go too far out because I just don't. Bamboo's at 4,000, so Haynes would be a good mark for us. So we went, let's just see this. We went 26. Right. How's it go? Okay, let me help you out here. Cover some brake. Should get us slow. It should increase our descent rate. It doesn't increase the speed. This is a different thing. I read that in the manual. It's like if you pull too much, it's just going to increase your speed, which is different. Okay, let's keep it in the arc mode, and then after Akiva, we're just going to go direct to Bambi or Bane. I got the speed brakes. Throw those brakes out, slowing the aircraft down. I don't want to turn too early. This airplane has a tendency to, the wings. Although I hear from a lot of Airbus pilots, I like the 320 the best.
Delta 907, turn right, heading 250, intercept the 28 localizer, descend and maintain 6,700 feet, vectors for the approach.
I'm just going to turn that dumb thing off here.
Turn right, heading 250. Intercept the 28 localizer. Descend and maintain 6,700 feet. Delta 907.
That one, bamboo, insert.
Delta 1688, turn left, heading 360, intercept the 28 localizer, descend and maintain 6,700 feet, altimeter 2986, vectors for the approach.
Let's try to slow the aircraft down. That's one thing I learned.
Turn left, heading 360, intercept the 28 localizer, descend and maintain 6,700 feet, altimeter 2986, Delta 1688.
220, bug it up.
Southwest 1345, airport is at your 11 o'clock 21 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, Southwest 1345.
Southwest 1345, cleared visual approach runway 28.
We're not going to.
Cleared visual approach 28, Southwest 1345.
So you can take a look here, and you can see ILS 26 right, bamboo is entered in there. Now the speed's coming back nice. So there's our flap up speed. That's just slightly over. I'll go ahead and increase that to There we are. Probably not going to need those anymore, so I'll go ahead and arm this.
Atlanta approach, Delta 2508. 12,800 feet with the numbers.
Delta 2508, Atlanta approach, good day. Altimeter 2986, expect the visual approach runway 28.
Now.
Altimeter 2986, expect the visual approach runway 28. Delta 2508.
It should start descending us down to 4. There we are. And then we'll go ahead and throw one notch of flaps. We'll get it below flap 1. Then we'll go flap 2. So it'll be 1, 2, gear, then full. Landing full flaps on this one. Alright, so I'm going to shut this stupid radio off, because I don't want to hear it anymore. So, because they're a bunch of idiots, and they're going to say, oh, you're going the wrong way, you're doing something stupid, and I'm going to say, shut up, you don't know what you're doing. And that's how we're going to do it. Well, that's the nav radio. They're the comms. They're the comms. Beep beep. Bye-bye. Shut up. Alright, looking good now. So that green dot right there is going to be really perfect for us. So the airplane's coming in pretty good. So low descent. Kind of want to get it down to 4,000 if I can. Relatively quickly. I don't want to miss this one. So I'm going to do a 600 feet a minute descent. Let's see how that works for us. I'm just kind of, again, I'm just letting the airplane level us off at 4,000. I'm going to go ahead and hit the LS, I thought. Isn't there a, yeah, there's an approach. We'll just select approach. I should go level. Got the ILS. And I'm going to go flap 1. Gives us a green dot. And we're going to slow down. So I'll have it command green dot now. We hooked up the ILS so you can see glide slope localizer and speed. I'm waiting for the speed to come down. Need to get it down on the S speed. Speed's gonna come down, dog. Gotta get those spoilers up. Gotta help the airplane out. Get it below S speed. Can we do flap 2? Right on the nose. Knew it. Gosh, it's like right close. Alright, speed brakes. We're going to arm those. Gears coming down. See if I can record this. It'll be cool. Okay, we're recording. Now we got ILS flashing. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. See, alright, we're at flap 2. We got gear down. Let's go third notch. And then one last notch of flap 4. Now look at that angle. Holy smokes. gusty. All right, if we had to go mist, we'd climb up to 4,000, so it's all set ready to go for that. Single, yep. Hand on the yoke.
1,000.
Check. I'm gonna go ahead and take it off. Just that didn't work. Okay, I thought I set that. Okay. The side stick feels so weird. Pretty stable. I mean, even with that gusty wind coming
100 above. 500.
Nice and slow.
Minimum.
Pitch up just a little bit. There we go.
Retard. Set.
Come on, man. Get on there. Let's go reverse. The airplane. Yeah, it's decelerating real nice. Okay, get off the brakes. On a coast. Out of reversers. Atlanta, we'll just roll it out here. I didn't want to slam on them. Nice. Not too bad. I mean, shoot. Okay, got the brakes just a little bit. We'll tap them. Alright. Welcome to Atlanta, folks. I think we're gonna go to the V-loop, it's called. So we're just gonna roll down and do a V-loop there. Nice. Gosh, that was fun. A fun airplane to fly. The side stick was pretty cool. All right, let's go ahead and clean this up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related.
All right, upstairs. We're gonna go ahead and throw the strobes to auto. Runway turn-offs. We'll retract these. Keep the nose to taxi. Wing lights are coming off. All right, looking good. I think we can cross right here. We don't need the Victor loop. See how fast those throttles come up. Gosh, I gotta tighten those up or something. I gotta stand by for a gate here. Hang on just a minute. What happened to the tower there? So this flight is 907. All right, folks, let's just go ahead and figure that out. Let's see, they landed 2-6 as well. They took the Victor Loop. Concourse Bravo. So we'll go Concourse Bravo. We're going to go Bravo 19 is the gate. Let's go. I think that's over here. See what I mean? I just tapped them and look at this. One thing I want to do is just check the wheels, make sure the brakes are good. They are. If I can tell GSX. Let's see here. Suitable gate is going to be Bravo 19. Delta. Okay, here we go. We're going to go on the second one here. Let's get the AP running right now. Power on. Give it a second. Computers to kick in. Turn it on. Okay, guys, I'm drifting over. I see it. Alright, I want to turn off the nose. Flight director's coming off. I'm going to go and shut down number 2. I'm just taxiing on 1 right now. Which one are we going to, guys? Okay, I'm shutting the fuel down. Yep. Ooh, I shut number 1 down. I shut the wrong one. Sorry. Put my hand on the wrong switch. Okay, park brake coming on. And I'm going to shut down number 2. Okay, seatbelt's coming off. welcome to Atlanta. We've made it. Hope that was quite fun. It was fun for me. I do like flying the airplane. I'll go ahead and turn off the all of our fuel tanks. Should hear that barking dog. Yep. As the pumps depressurize. Cool. All right, let's go ahead and pull up the gate, and we'll deplane them. Yeah, commence the deboard, please. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull the gate up here. Let's see if I can get the gate coming up. Operate the jetway. Request boarding. Shut off the FCR. Stop the recording. We'll save it. Here we go. Good. Cabin's good. Let's go ahead and throw on the lead. Oh, didn't want that. Keep lead on. VOR's off. Flight director's off on your side. That's it. We're going to go ahead and call the ground services here. We're going to chock the wheels. Cones are chocked. Forward cargo coming up. Air cargo's coming up. GPU's getting on the airplane. PCU's coming on. PCA, I'm sorry. Cool stuff. If I can just find the what's GSX doing? Request deboarding, that's what I asked. Good stuff. Well, folks, here we are. We're going to go ahead and turn off the, let's see, the ground power's on. It sure is. Let's go ahead and turn on that ground power. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and shut off the EPU. And we'll shut the bleed off. Stupid thing. The bleed's coming off. That's it. We're done. Well, folks, I hope you had a good time. I sure did. It's always fun flying this this airplane in FS 2024. A beautiful day in Atlanta. So we get off this aircraft and we have to run and jump on another airplane over to Providence, Rhode Island for the FS Expo. That's this is the route we're going to fly, the actual route we're going to fly in a few months, maybe. So thanks again for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Until next time, keep the blue side up and the brown side down. Have a good one.